What's going on, everybody? floodinmon14, and we're back with another episode of Pokemon FireRed Fossil Run. Wait, hang on, maybe I should. What's up, everybody? floodinmon14, and we're back here with another episode of Pokemon FireRed Fossil Run Edition. So all I did was, at the end of the last episode, I came back to Mom and healed, and actually, if we check our Pidgey, I wasn't planning on using Cloud, but check this out. Yeah, we got an Adamant Nature Pidgey, which is actually one of the better natures. I believe this boosts attack and lowers special attack. So, yeah, wasn't really planning on focusing on Pidgey, but early on, it might be pretty good here. And in the long run, if I were to stick with it, it'd probably be pretty good. Anyway, we're just going to head north here. But yeah, I checked the in-between episodes and stuff. I checked the audio and stuff. Everything sounded okay. It did sound like I was a little low on the volume. We're just going to try to catch this Rattata here. So I'm going to just try to scoot my chair closer and test that. And also it sounded like the game was a little low. It still seemed... You could hear the game sounds though, so I'm okay with it. I'm okay with it there, but yeah, we're going to try this for now. Alright, got it down to red. Let's do it. Pokeball, go! And with the volume up, I can actually hear it a little better myself too now, so that's good. But if it's too low, I'll turn it back down next episode. Alright. Got Rattata there. And Rattata's data was added to the Pokedex. Rattata, the mouse Pokemon. Its fangs are long and very sharp. They grow continuously, so when it gnaws on hard things, too, it'll live down. Alright, and by the way, the voice I'm doing there is the classic, like, Dexter voice from the anime. Ooh, I've got a good name for a rat. Check this out. Check this out. Now, I don't think I can fit his full title, but, we're gonna name him. Don't plan to use Rattata, but, oh yeah. You guys know if you're Ninja Turtle fans, Master Splinter. Oh yeah, oh yeah. That's a good nickname, I think. Alright, I think we'll go to get, I think we have enough money for 10 Pokeballs. So we'll go for that. And, yeah, I'm gonna keep fighting every, wild battle just, because I give you guys the advice to do it. So, what kind of person I am if I don't take my helmet. But, oh, that was a crit, okay. We'll switch to C. But, yeah, here early on, we're gonna basically fight every wild battle, and this will be more of a... Yeah, not a lot of, like, plot or, like, story progression in this episode. That's not the plan. So, yeah, I just want to go around and catch everything. Just because. So that's what we're going to do. Well, everything that we can. Until we get, if we have, like, 5 Pokeballs left or so, then that's fine. Alright, let's heal. Alright. Alright, thank you, Nurse Joy. Yeah, for now we'll put Rattata in the PC here. Master Splinter. Alright. There we go. Alright, let's go buy some more Pokeballs. Shall we? Oh man. Classic Pokemon's fun, what can I say? Normally, I'm, like, when I do play Pokemon, I'm used to doing a randomizer, so in a way, this is kind of refreshing just to do the story as is, believe it or not. Hi there, may I help you? Yeah, and the game starts you with about 3,000 Pokedollars, so yeah, give us, I think 11 Pokeballs is good. And yeah, antidotes are pretty cheap early on, so let's buy, like, 6, I think? And yeah, Paralyze Heal... You won't deal with paralysis too early on, so I think we'll skip that. See ya. Alright. So, from here, the first town from Viridian City. We could have went over here earlier, but I just chose not to just because. But yeah, this is actually Route 22, I believe. Yep. So, there are different encounters over here. I believe you can find Spearow, Mankey... I think Rattata still again. Yeah, and here's a new encounter right here. Mankey. Yeah, this is actually a pretty early fight. If you picked Charmander, this is an early game fighting type, which is good against what we have coming up for the first gym for Brock. So definitely if you chose, I think that's good. We can try to catch it. If you chose Charmander, this is probably the way to go. I'd recommend, yeah, coming over here to the left if you're struggling with the gym, and yeah, just picking up a Mankey. You know, level it up till it learns either low kick or karate chop. And yeah, as you see, it has strong attacks. That did good damage. It did half more health with one scratch. So, yeah. And even if you don't, like fighting is a pretty solid type. And you can get a lot of use out of Mankey due to all of the, you know, Geodudes and that you find in this game, and Team Rocket uses a lot of Rattata too, so anyway. Alright. Mankey, the pig Pokemon, light and agile on its feet, and ferocious in temperament. When angered, it flies into an uncontrollable frenzy. Yeah, I did that in the anime and evolved into a primate eventually, I believe. Oh man, this guy was a prankster in the anime. He was like stealing Ash's hat and stuff. Had a lot of character, you know. We're just gonna name this like after a classic monkey. DK. You know what? Well, right now he's more of a DK Junior. Wait, what is Oh, isn't it well, I may not want to name it that. Due to, you know, we'll just name you DK Junior for now. I was gonna name it Diddy Kong, but are you allowed to say that on the internet these days? I don't know. Which is we'll go with DK Junior. Let's check out DK Junior, just because. What you got? Sassy nature, interesting. But yeah, if you check out its Vital Spirit's a good ability. If you check out its attack stat 11, and it's level 4. Yeah, it's like basically tied with our starter. So, yeah. Yeah, Mankey is really good attack, so. Alright. Is it the best fighting Pokemon in the game? In my opinion, the best is probably Machamp. Yeah, definitely. But you know, like, not everyone can trade evolve. So if you can't trade evolve, maybe Hitmonlee, you know, is the best you can use, like, for the main story. I know, like, Heracross is available, you know, in the post game and stuff. But like, for the main story, if you can't trade evolve, Hitmonlee is probably the best. But Mankey's solid. Mankey will do you justice in the meantime, in between time. Anyway, there's still a new Pokemon we can encounter over here, so let's see if we can find it. And for now, we'll just KO any Rattata along the way. Right. And he's now. I'm not gonna do much job. But yeah. Alright. Down goes the Rattata. Alright. Yeah, and let's see. There's another early game bird over here. Do I want this on my team? Is the question. Ultimately, I don't think so, but it is good. Spearow, if you can find it. So. Whether, like, early on, Spearow or Rattata. I think Spearow and Fearow ultimately learn better, like, flying type moves. I think at some point Spearow learns Drill Peck. So, in my opinion, Spearow's better. But, truthfully, if you're willing to hold out, I understand if you're not, but if you're willing to hold out, I think Doduo and Dodrio are ultimately the best, like, normal flying types. But I can understand, you know, if you want to grab, a level 5 Mankey, wow. We'll switch for this one, actually. But yeah, I can understand if you want to get, you know, Spearow or Pidgey for, you know, for just right away, just right from the get, I would recommend Spearow. Alright. Yeah, so Leech Seed, this is our first time using it in a battle, but basically it kind of passively heals you each turn, and it's very, very good. Probably the best move Bulbasaur learns in the game. I'm pretty sure it's... I don't even know if it's banned competitively anymore, but it's ban worthy, I'll say that. It's a very annoying move. Nice, and we got a crit. So yeah, sometimes, yeah, I think a crit does like twice more damage, but sometimes you can get a critical hit. And we learned Sand Attack on Cloud. Alright. Alright, let's see if we can find it. Ratata. Sand Attack does lower accuracy, so yeah, I mean, even if you... I know Charmander's kind of the challenge route to start, but even if you just, you get like a Pidgey and try to use, you know, get it to a decent level and try to like use Sand Attack against Brock over and over. Rock moves are pretty inaccurate, so that's a valid strategy, honestly. If you want to just go with like Pidgey and Charmander for your first gym battle. Sand Attack strikes do work, because like mainly because the AI almost rarely switches out on gym battles. So, all right, and I want Cloud to get the EXP, so we'll throw in DK Jr. just to make sure this thing doesn't use Tap on KO, because it did use Tail up there. Oh, okay. Alright. Oh man, I love the music though. It's classic. FireRed's a classic. It's so good. So good. Alright. I'll go back and heal after this battle though. Alright. And we'll tackle. Nice, I did half. Wow. Oh, we must have speed tied there. Sweet. So with that, Cloud gets to level 6. Alright. Nice. Alright, let's head back and heal. I'm gonna... By the way, I don't know how speed up affects the recording. So... Yeah, like, normally, like, when I'm playing by myself, you know, I would, like, speed up. You know, I do every wild battle, but I use speed up. And for now, I'm not gonna mess with it, but, maybe, like, in the future, I'll test the speed up function, and, you know, because I'm playing this on my PC. But, I'll kind of test it, and, yeah, because I've realized, like, not everybody... may not like watching wild battles, but I mean that's just the way I've always played. So, and maybe in the future I'll either like use repels or speed up random encounters. But for now, we're just gonna keep going. So that's the way we roll. All right, man. Yeah, you can tell Cloud's getting stronger. Look at that. Yeah, Adamant's pretty good for a nature. All right. Another main key. And if I can't find Spearow pretty soon here, then there are other new Pokemon to the north, so I can go up there and try to catch a few. As well as the forest that's nearby, so yeah. Alright. Level 7. And that's tied with Seed, so... Alright. We'll give it a few more tries, and then we'll move on. Yeah, because it's not like I gotta catch them all right now. Gotta catch them all. But I do want a Spearow before we get too far in the game. I'll explain... Well, you know what? I'll just explain right now why. So, in this game... You know how in the newer games, Pokemon has the EXP share, the experience share? Well, in this game, it doesn't, the Pokedex is a bit different. Like, I know in later versions, like in Diamond and Pearl, it goes by, like, scene. Like, so if you just, like, basically if you do every trainer battle in the game, eventually you get your Pokedex completed by scene. But to get the EXP share, which I definitely want in this game, you need to like actually catch I think it's like 50 Pokemon. It may be 40, but anyway, I just know it's a pretty high amount. And so for that reason, oh, a little bit of a skip there. Sorry about that. Yeah, for that reason, I'm basically going to catch every wild Pokemon in every area, especially the early areas here, because at some point, like, well, basically once you get to Cerulean City, if you guys are familiar with this game, you kind of get, like, cut off from backtracking for a while. So that's why. So, yep, if you've been around Pokemon for a while, that's why. But yeah, if you're new to the game, yeah, I would actually recommend you do kind of what I'm doing. Just kind of take a decent look around and see what you can get, you know? Just kind of explore and, yeah. Alright. Alright, Cloud, and we don't want you to get, like, too much EXP. We don't want to, like, level up to the point where you're overpowered, so... Well, actually, I think Cloud learns a new move at level 9, I believe? A move that's actually pretty helpful for some stuff we got coming up, so let me actually let him get to level 9. Hang on. I just thought about that. I was just like, wait. I think he does get it, if I'm not mistaken. Okay. And let's see. There it is, man. Yeah, it took us a while to find it, but this is a speed, bro. All right. Will I kill it at this point? I hope. In fact, I don't want to after, you know, taking that long to find it. But yes, this is Spearow. And this is the flying type I would recommend. You know, if you want to give it a lot of levels. It starts with Peck right away, which is a pretty good flying type. So, yeah. All right. Well, we'll just kind of whittle it down. Yeah, I didn't think DK Jr. would do too much, but we'll kind of whittle it down to about yellow or red, and we'll try to catch it. Yeah, there's Peck right there, which is pretty good. All right. And with that, I think that's all of the Pokemon we can find over here. If I'm missing one, I'll like let you guys know like in the comments or whatever. But anyway, Pokeball go. Nice. All right. 1, 2, 3. Got it. All right. And we got Spearow. Spearow, the tiny bird Pokemon. It busily flits around here and there, even if it is frail. It could be a tough foe that uses your move. Yeah, that's kind of its signature move. Name for Spearow. We're going to name you. We're just gonna name you. This is a Yu-Gi-Oh reference, but it's literally what I just thought of. I know it's a girl, but we're gonna name you. Oh, that's a good name, Air Hummingbird. Yeah, because I was gonna name it Air Neos, but Neos is a guy, so we'll just name it Air. We'll name it Air Humming. Yeah, Air Humming. But you guys know what the reference is to. It's the Neospatian Air Hummingbird. Alright. So we'll move on from this area. Yeah, we'll run for now. Nice. Oh, and I'll just go ahead and show you whatever nature we got on Spearow. No idea. I don't plan to use Spearow either. Bold. Forget what that does. Yep. Still has Keen Eye. Okay. Alright. I think, does Bolt affect the defenses? I don't remember. Anyway, let's heal up. Alright. But yeah, P.E.K.K.A.'s pretty good early on because, as you see, like, Pidgey, even though we've got it already to level 8, it still doesn't have, like, a flying type move, so, which is its kind of main type, so, yeah, Spearow's kind of nice because it starts with that right away, and you can deal with basically everything that's coming up in the main story pretty easily, so, you know, just right away, you don't have to level up or anything. What's up? I go shopping in Pewter City occasionally. I have to take the winding trail of Viridian Forest wherever I go. Yeah, remember this guy was blocking the way before, so, you know what, in case anything weird happens, I don't want, like, to miss all the progress we just did, so let's save right there, and, yeah, let's go from here.
Ah, well now, I've had my coffee, and that's what I need to get going.
What's that? What's that red box you have? How'd you even notice that, bro?
Ah, you're working on a Pokédex. Well then let me give you a word of advice.
Bro, I've already caught like 5 Pokemon.
You don't know how to catch a Pokemon?
Can't you see I have like a team of 4?
I suppose I'd better show you then.
But yeah, this guy will do this no matter what, so... Ooh, a Flareon. Cool. By the way, I think this is supposed to be a Weedle, but I did randomize the catching tutorial. So yeah, he's just going to show you, but I've already shown you how to catch a Pokemon. But yeah, Flareon is, it's an evolution, so... pretty cool. If I do use an evolution, which one do I want to go with in this game? That's a good question. Let me know in the comments if you guys... Well, what's your favorite evolution? That's an easy, common question. There, now tell me, that was educational, was it not? And here, take this too. Alright, if there's something you don't understand, watch that. It'll teach you what basics about being a trainer. Okay. Oh, so he still says the same thing. Focus on weakening the Pokemon before trying to catch it. That is good advice. Alright, and this is, yeah, believe it or not, you can't get into this gym, even though this is technically the first one you see. Yeah, a Viridian City Pokemon Gym. Alright, so if we try to come over here, Viridian's gym doors are closed. Yeah, and it'll automatically, like, kind of kick you off the ledge. Which I've always found that weird, but, yeah, the first gym you technically can't do it.
This Pokemon gym is always closed. I wonder who the leader is.
A mystery. Maybe we'll find out someday. Trainer tips. Catch Pokemon and expand your collection. That is true. That is true. The more you have, the easier it is to battle. Alright. So, up here, there is a new area for catching Pokemon. I don't think I'll focus too much up here because I believe you can catch... Here you can catch, yeah, you can still catch Pidgey. I think you can catch Weedle and Caterpie, but they're also available in the area right above this. So, yeah, if you are going for a Weedle or Caterpie... Oh yeah, Keen-Eye does stop sand attack, so that's cool. Yeah, I would actually recommend not trying here, but in the forest instead. Let's see. Yep, and Cloudlearn Gust. Alright. But yeah, I believe you can find Weedle here, you can find Kakuna, Pidgey, and still Rattata, I believe. So, and if there's something I missed, I will put it in the comments below, as far as what you can find here. Anyway, let's move on. Alright, let's talk to some people here. Rattata may be small, but don't underestimate it. It's wicked fight. Yeah, Hyperwing is pretty cool. Have you caught one already? Yes, we did. Master Splinter. Are you going to Viridian Forest? It's a natural maze in there. Be careful you don't get lost. Alright, and... oh, I just love the music here. Alright, guys. This is Viridian Forest. Alright. If you talk to this tree right here, you get a hidden antidote. So there you go.
Hey, I came here with friends to catch some bug Pokemon. Bugs are cool. They're all itching to get in some bug Pokemon battles.
Trainer tips. Weaken Pokemon before submitting the capture. That is true. Yeah, and there are some items around here, so let's just get them. Yeah. Sometimes you have to go through the grass though. So, yeah, let's just kind of go around and get some of the items. If you want to progress, just basically head straight up from here, and you'll find some trainers and stuff. So, I was I was throwing Pokeballs to catch Pokemon, and I ran out. That's why you can never have too many Pokeballs. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and you definitely want to make sure you always have at least one, in case you run into a shiny or something. Anyway, this is, yeah, one of the bug Pokemon you can find, Caterpie. Alright, yeah, these early bugs aren't really too... I guess, if I had to recommend either Caterpie or Weedle, which is probably more helpful early on. I mean, basically, the catch here is like they evolve fast, but they kind of fall off. I would say like basically after Erica, yeah, they kind of fall off. But anyway, we got Caterpie here.
Caterpie, the worm Pokemon. It is covered with a green skin. When it grows, it sheds the skin, covers itself in silk, and becomes a cocoon.
All right. And we're just gonna name you. I can't really think of a name, but we'll just name you Free for now. Because eventually that's what you will become. But yeah, if I had to recommend like one that you use early on, I mean, in my opinion, like the one that's more useful is Weedle, just because I guess the poison could help you if you're stuck in a situation. And Weedle learns Poison Sting early on. But yeah, we're going to switch Caterpie to the front for now and just kind of... speaking of Weedle, here it is right here. But yeah, I would recommend, you know, if you are going to use one of... I recommend you don't use either. But if you're just dead set on, you know, trying to use one for the first time, I think the poison from Weedle is more likely to help you out. Yeah. Although I will say, then again, I just thought about something. Once you fully evolve into Butterfree, it does learn a lot of the powder moves. So, yeah, if nothing else, like, catching Caterpie and leveling... Oh, whoops, I did not mean to use Peg. I meant to catch it. But yeah, there's Poison Sting right there. I'm sure we'll run into another Weedle though, so no problem. But yeah, now that I think of it, Butterfree eventually does learn like a lot of the powder moves, like Sleep Powder, Poison Powder. I think I learned Stun Spore too. Weedle right away, sweet. Yeah, so that, yeah, you know, if you're just using it just to help you catch Pokemon, yeah, work on Butterfree and, you know, get it to learn Sleep Powder. Yeah, because it has Compound Eyes too. Yeah, so okay, yeah. So if you do it for that, sure. But like for a main team member, you know what I mean? I wouldn't recommend either one. So. All right, and it's pretty low, so let's get it. Pokeball go. By the way, in here you can also find Kakuna and Metapod, which are the second stage of Weedle and Caterpie, but you know, they don't have like an attacking move like Tackle or Poison Sting, so definitely start with the first stage if you are gonna, you know, make one a team member. So anyway,
Weedle, the hairy Pokemon.
what?
Often found in forests and grasslands. It has a sharp toxic barb of around 2 inches on the top of its head.
Okay. And we're just gonna name you. What's a famous bee? A well-known bee. I can't think of one. So we're just gonna name you something that completely is unfitting. And will this fit? Oh, I don't think it'll fit, but you know what? Just because we can. It's Beetlejuice. Alright. Which has nothing to do with bees, but yeah, we could go back and heal. But I think we'll just keep looking around, looking for items. For poison, use antidote. Yep, we got it. Alright, so if you go to the top left here, there is an item, so... But we're gonna just, yeah, do what we were doing before, you know, keep doing the battles. Yeah, I'm not using Cloud. Cloud did get Gust, but, yeah, I don't want it to be, you know, too overleveled. So. Alright. And to help our Pokedex, you know, for that EXP share, we do want some evolutions at some point. So, I'm trying to think. I don't think you can catch Fearow in the wild. So, so getting Air Hummingbird some levels may be a good idea for what I'm trying to do. All right, let's keep going. Yeah, there's the item right there. There is one more encounter that we can find here in Viridian Forest. It's the channel mascot. It's the Pokemon mascot, shall I say. Pikachu. Yeah, it's very rare. I think it's only like, I don't know the exact percentage. I don't know if it's like 3 or 5%, but I know it is pretty rare. Yeah, so if you do see a Pikachu just randomly, like even if you're doing like, you know, because you don't have to go do what I'm doing, going around and catching like every single Pokemon that you see, but even if you're just doing like, if you see a Pikachu, catch it, because you might not run into one so easily for a long time, you know. So. Alright. Yeah, and even though we're 2 levels under, yeah, having super effective Peck is just so useful on Spearow, so. Alright. And Air Hummingbird got some more levels. +2 attack, that's nice. And this item is a Pokeball, so kind of replaced one of the ones we used. Alright. And there's Metapod, yeah, so see, that's what I was saying. You can find the evolved forms. By the way, the only things these things know is Harden. So, yeah, basically if you do find one of the evolved forms in here, they can't damage you. It doesn't have tackle like R3 has, so it may take you like a really long time to knock it out, because all it does is spam Harden to raise its defense. But basically you're in no danger of getting KO'd, so if there's a certain Pokemon that you want to get XP, and like I said, I do want Free to evolve both in Metapod and Butterfree. There's literally no danger, so as annoying as it is, you might as well take the time and just KO it if you find Metapod or Pikachu. So. Alright. But while this is going to take a little while, so I'm going to get like a drink of water. Yeah, your defense can't go any higher, bro. There we go. Yeah, now Free gets all 51 EXP to itself, and we leveled up. Sweet. Alright. Alright, let's keep, oops, looking around here. Oh. Alright. Another Caterpie. Okay. Spearow, you're in. Alright. Yeah, and I think I will, out of it, since we caught both Spearow, since we caught both Weedle and Caterpie, yeah, now that I've thought about the powder moves and stuff, and, yeah, I think I will focus on trying to evolve to, Butterfree here early on, you know, when I'm doing all of the wild battles, and just kind of looking for Pokemon, because I think Sleep Powder ultimately will help us out the best for what I'm trying to do, so, yeah, Weedle, alright. And by the way, what I'm doing is like switch training, which it's a good idea, you know, if you're new to this game, you know, put whatever Pokemon like is weaker up front, and then just switch something that can KO it pretty easily. So, all right, that may actually poison us. Yep. So, I'll go back to the Pokemon Center and heal after this. we definitely want Spearow and Ash. No, my ear hummingbird! Don't worry, I'll rescue you with my trap card. Alright. Oh man, and the glitchy poison effect. Yeah, I think this all happened to us as a kid, but like, if you see that for the first time, the glitchy poison effect, dude, I thought there was something wrong with my game. And I remember as a kid, you know, you just like, oh man, my game, something's wrong. I better, you know, I better restart the whole game. Yeah, I remember that happening to me very early on. I had gotten like almost through the whole gauntlet of first trainers, and yeah, that last Weedle, because I started with Squirtle, you know, because you know I love water type Pokemon. But yeah, that last Weedle like had poisoned my Squirtle, and I didn't know there was, you know, it was my first time playing the game as a kid. I didn't know, you know, you just keep going ahead, and there was a Pokemon Center in the next city, really nearby. So I probably could have made it if I had just went north, but I was just so scared. I was like, oh man, something's wrong with my game, and I didn't even know I could make it to the Pokemon Center and heal off poison. So I was just like, well, I gotta reset. And so I've restarted the whole game. You know, started all the way back over with Squirtle. I think that's happened to everybody though. But no. Yeah, all you need to do for poison is like use an antidote, or you know, if you've got extra Pokemon, go back to the center and you're good to go. Alright, so I think we'll look for Pikachu. Like, I'm not gonna spend the entire, you know, episode here doing it, but oh, well, there you go. And here is Pikachu. We found it. Well, that was lucky, right as I was talking about it. Yeah, we'll go with DK Jr., I think. It's a good idea. Nice. So this does ultimately save me a lot of time. So yeah, this is really the last thing I was looking for in this episode. Yeah, and Pikachu starts with Thunder Shock early on, electric type move. Electric types are pretty good. In fact, I would say electric types are one of the best in the game. Mainly because they only have one weakness, ground types. So yeah, if you can avoid anything that's ground or uses ground type moves, yeah, I mean, you're not weak to anything, so that's pretty cool. Yeah. Alright, let's try to catch it. 2, 3. Got it. Nice. Alright. And Pikachu, not mouse Pokemon. It has small electric sacs on both its cheeks. If threatened, it loses electric charges from the sacs. Alright, and we're gonna name Pikachu. I name a lot of electric Pokemon in this, but we're gonna nickname it. Alright, so with that, I think we'll, this is basically the end of the episode, but, yeah, this has basically been, like, the catching safari, so, you know, if it's not your cup of tea, I understand skipping this episode, since it's not really story-based, but, yeah, with that, we've caught basically everything we can catch, you know, kind of in the nearby routes. You know, explored a little bit of Viridian Forest, explored Route 22, explored Route 2. But yeah, next episode, we'll do a lot more story stuff. We're going to take on some of the first trainers in Viridian Forest. And, you know, if we got enough time, we'll do the gym. But if not, yeah, you know, we'll just kind of explore the next city, Pewter City. So, alright, I think we'll take out... Who all do I have? Yeah, I'll put Beetlejuice in the PC for now. We'll bring Pikachu along with us just because... yeah, and if you do catch Pikachu early on, let's just check it out. Perky, that's a neutral nature, okay. But it does have this ability, Static, paralyzes on contact, and a lot of Pokemon early on, like, their only move is like Scratch, Tackle, you know, Pound, something like that. So even just throwing Pikachu out there and, you know, having a chance for this ability to paralyze your opponent can be kind of useful. So, alright, we'll put Beetlejuice right here next to Master Splinter. So, alright guys, so that's going to do it for our second episode. Next time, we continue through Viridian Forest. And, yeah, explore Pewter City. That's the plan. And do the gym if we have enough time. Alright, Floodinmon14. I'll see you guys all next time. Alright, have a good day.